YouTube. We're just heading home. We're out at the mall today doing a bit of shopping. Nice to have you with us. We're talking today about some of the decisions we make financially, about our behavior and how life affects us. We're just outside Walmart here. I wanted to talk a little bit about your behaviors on you. Now, I don't know if you can see this nice shirt I got on here, but that's a monogram BF. Now, this was in my younger days when I thought, being cool and being style was in, right? And so I went to a tailor and I paid to have this shirt custom made and have my little monogram put on there. Well, we're outside Walmart right now, and you can go there and buy a shirt for like 1/30th of what I paid for this shirt to be custom made. That's how we make our decisions sometimes. We're trying to keep up with the Joneses. Your behavior is on you. That's the first one I want to talk about today. When you spend your money in a restaurant, you made a decision. That behavior is on you. Or you could stay at home and save your money. And, if you buy groceries, you go a lot further with your money. Now, life's a little more boring than going out to a restaurant. I will give you that. And I'm not saying don't go to the restaurant, ever. But be judicious in that. You need to realize is you're setting up a behavior for yourself. And I'm slowly realizing that as I get older. I wasted a lot of time when I was younger when I could have been saving up so that I could live a better life later on. And I've shared some of that with my story before about in boarding school, about growing up tough. Your behavior, you get a reputation. The kids are the same. It doesn't matter what kind of boarding school you're in or whether you're even in a normal school. There's bullies and there's little kids that run around that try to hide from everything. Well, I learned very quickly that sometimes you got to push the bully back. Don't get me wrong. There's being kind, making sure that people don't run over you, okay? But you get a reputation for that in life. Also with your finances, okay? Don't let people run over you with their finances either. But make sure that you have a plan that works for you because your behavior is on you. Nobody else is to blame for your financial picture except you. And you need to learn how to do that. And that's what we're trying to show on this channel, that I made some mistakes when I was younger. Don't be like Brad. Try and learn from what we're learning as I get older and wiser. And if you're younger, you don't make the same mistakes. Number 2, the way you move is on you. Now, what do I mean by that? If you decide to hang out in the bar all the time on Friday night, you attract a certain crowd, all right? Whereas if you went down and hung out at the yacht club, you would have very different friends, okay? So that's what I mean by be careful who you put in your life because the moves you make now, they will come back to pay you back, either badly or wisely. And the same goes for finance, right? If you hang around with people that are always putting stuff on their credit card and don't know what a TFSA or an RSP is, those are things that you're making. So the decisions you make, the way you move now is all about you. And if you hang with losers, you tend to be a loser. If you hang with winners, you will tend to be a winner. The next one is the choices you make. When you go into a restaurant and I go in with you and I watch you order a Coke or I watch you order a water, it says a lot about you. Did you know that? If you order a Coke, I kind of know about your personality. A Coke is not very good for you. It's satisfying right now, has lots of sugar in it, and it's fizzy, and it's cool, but it says a lot about you. Whereas if you order a bottle of water or a glass of water, okay, a little cheaper, also better for your health, and a little wiser. Well, the same goes for your financial decisions, right? You can make decisions that satisfy you right now, or you can kind of make better decisions that work for you over the long run. And so the choices you make also will make a lot of difference in your future. And so I want to encourage you about that today, to make wise choices, because the choices will follow you around and you will get a reputation, believe it or not. Most of you know by now that I'm a pilot and the aviation community is very small and you get a reputation as a pilot. I get a lot of comments on my landings. I'm pretty good at my landings. There's also guys that get a reputation of being playboys, being on every last trip that they can. And some people look at us and go, yeah, Brad, you take a lot of holidays holidays. But don't forget, I get free tickets sometimes as a pilot. But if you'll notice, when we go places, we tend to stay with friends. So I don't get a big hotel. I call up some friends and say, haven't seen you for a while. Do you mind if we come visit? And so it looks like we're having big holidays, but I got a pretty cheap ticket, almost free. I have to pay the tax, and I'm staying with friends. So, there's ways that you can have nice holidays, but still not spend a lot of money. The way you live, it's on you. Nobody else can make those decisions for you. Yes, your environment has a lot to do with your upbringing, but you can change that, and you can make wise decisions. Read some books, watch some podcasts, watch some YouTube videos. Now, there's a lot of junk on YouTube, I'll give you that, but there's a lot of good stuff too. So make sure you're choosing the good stuff to help you improve the way you live. Stop absorbing the pain of other people. Now, a lot of people make bad decisions, and then for some reason they want to project that onto you. Now, I'm not saying don't be kind. If somebody comes to you with a genuine need, help them out, okay? Because we are all in this human rat race together. But don't take the pain of other people. And I watch this all the time sometimes with kids. Kids will make a bad decision and the parents will bail them out. I was pretty lucky. My parents were so poor anyway, they couldn't help pay for a lot of stuff for me. So if I wanted it, I had to go work for it and get it, including my own college education. And someday I'll tell you that story. I had to pay for my own whole college. Therefore, I appreciated it. And nobody was able to help me because we didn't have any rich family or uncles. I appreciate my college. Now, I'm not saying you all need to go to college. You don't have to. A good friend of mine had a good chat with his son and said, if you don't want to go to college, that's fine, but you got to do something. And he became a financial advisor. And because of that, he's made really smart decisions with his money. And even though he never went to college, he has no debt. He'll probably end up being retired before he's 50 because he made good financial decisions. So I'm not saying you got to go to college. In fact, right now, if you want to be an electrician or a plumber, you probably make way more money. I know a lot of Uber drivers that have college degrees. So I'm not saying that you have to go to college. Just make wise decisions. Make sure you know what you're doing with your finances before you go into debt. Then last, recognize what belongs to you. People don't realize what is theirs and what is not theirs. We talked a little bit about that in that, parents help their kids. Sometimes it's more important that you learn the lesson of what's not there. I'll never forget, I read a book about this guy who talked about the monkey on your back. You've probably all seen it. You're in your office and the guy walks in and he goes, I have this problem, and you know that you're better at it than the guy. But he wants to share this problem with you, and he's just sharing everything, and then all of a sudden you realize that the guy came into your office, dumped his problem on you, and walked out, and you now took his problem. That's what we call putting the monkey on somebody else's back. So don't take other people's problems onto your own back. Your financial future belongs to you. And other people who lose money or whatever and come to you for loans or stuff, that's not your problem. Don't take on their problems. Teach your kids to be wise with money. You don't have to solve every problem for your kids either. Your kids are smarter and more resilient than you think. All right, well, that's where we're at for today. We're just heading home. Didn't find a shirt today at Walmart, so I might have to wear my monogram shirt another couple of days. Hey, YouTube, nice to have you with us again today. Remember, keep it in the green.